Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Gospel of Two Wheels, where the bikes are fast. This bike is finally not on the lift. The coffee's hot, and your comments are absolutely ridiculous. It is great to see everybody here. Who we got already? We got Jason Roberts, Random Rants, Dave Raymond, Scott Sprouting, that's my dad, Husa Islander, Zach Farcash, Moto Creek, Steve Thompson, 5280 James, my mom, Suzanne Sprouting, who you all better say hi to, and Big Lunch. I love that name, Big Lunch, because I'm a big fan of a big lunch. I don't know. It's a good thing. It's great to see you guys all here. Make sure you hit the thumbs up little button if you're watching. If you don't know how to do that, you got to back out of the chat, hit the thumbs up, and then come back into the chat. Today, while we're watching, let's everybody, first of all, say hi to my mom, Suzanne Spradling. If you don't do that, she and I will kick your butt. I'm telling you, you don't want any part of that. And then also comment where you are watching this right now and what the weather's like. Let's do that. Yeah. Where you are and what the weather's like. That'd be cool. There we go. Roger Hurd's coming in from Lake Havasu. I bet the weather's actually getting nice in Lake Havasu. I'm coming to Lake Havasu this winter. I say that. I don't know. I'm going to try really hard. We're definitely going to do our members only ride is going to be in probably the mile markers area, because it's been a little while since I've done that, and I really like that area. Super excited. Good. You guys are all saying hi to my mom. That's a good move. You obviously don't like getting hit in the face, which is good. There's a thumbs down. There we go. Probably that one might be an accident. It might be the real thumbs down, people. Whoever you are, thumbs down, people. Bring the heat. Let's do this. North Carolina, raining. Ooh, I like rain. Anderson, Indiana, and it's raining. Right on, Jason P. Is Anderson, Indiana anywhere near Crawfordsville? Because I will be there next week for Moto Donations. So stoked. Super excited about that. 40 degrees in Idaho. I bet Idaho City is really nice right now. My dad says it's chilly and okay. That's good. Doing a 200-mile overnight. Are you, Roger Hurd, you're riding 200 miles? Holy crap. I love it. See Jacob from Tulsa, but currently in Texas. Weather is great. Nice. Vancouver Island, sunny, 22 degrees Celsius. It's relatively warm. Supposed to come tomorrow. Bucky Saws coming in, one of our members. By the way, massive shout out to the members of the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are making a difference in my life, and if you've ever thought about being a member, it would be super appreciated. We're really trying to grow this thing. I really want to make a serious push to making YouTube an actual business for me that I can really do some really cool stuff. So if you have friends that want to help out, if you want to share the channel, just hammer down, folks. Let's make this thing, let's get this thing over 100,000 subscribers. Jason P, 45 minutes. Are you going to be at Donations? If so, we'll try, you got to come find me and say hi. Oh, Random Rant's going on a 3-day motor ride. Nice. That's awesome. Dry side of Washington State. Cold front coming in today. Nice. The dry side. That's the good side. That's the appropriate side full of normal people, right? Because I think the wet side is full of the crazy people. Gigliotti, there he is coming in, man. The gigs. The gig dog. Gig money. I love your last name, Steve. Dave Brayman, what's happening? 45 in Southeast Wyoming. Nice. 45 is nice in the morning. There we go. Kenneth Keller, God bless you also. Good morning. Mark Payne, doing a good thing. Saying hi to my mom. Good choice. All right, guys. What do you want to talk about? I have no agenda this morning, except for the fact that the beta is finally together and gone. Actually, the guy picked it up yesterday. He's riding it. I'm so happy. Finally got that cylinder back. Yeah, super stoked. Jason P, more than likely as long as the weather's good. Yeah, hopefully the weather's good. We're going no matter what. We've got VIP passes for 4 days and a cool little Airbnb really close to there that I'm super excited about. And my wife is amped because we're going to do other things besides just moto stuff, which is cool because it's our anniversary, 26th anniversary. Super happy about that. I never know how to pronounce your name, Justin. Siaknin, Justin. Anyway, I think we've talked about that before, but I forget. 48 and sunny in southeast Utah. Nice. James Burr coming in. Jay Wild, what's happening, my man? Steve Thompson asks, how's the ribs? The ribs are good. I mean, they hurt like crazy, but they are getting better. We are on the upswing, which is really, really good. Oh, hey, here we go. Joe, 325. What's the best way to figure out where to ride in a new area, like when traveling? Great question. That's a really good question, actually. Let's talk about that. So, in Colorado, my dad, the mob, Gigliotti, is into bikes. I love it. Just say Justin. I will. I'll just say Justin. So in Colorado, if you're on a trip, it's actually super. It's easier to find a place to ride because we have this amazing app called Cotrex, Cotrex. You should all download it if you're ever coming to Colorado. If you live in Colorado, you should definitely download it. It's an amazing app. It's run by the state. It's completely free. You can download the maps onto your phone, so you don't have to have cell coverage when you're using it. It's like a GPS. Anyway, it works really good, and it has all of the single track. Well, it's got all the trails, single track roads, and all that stuff. Hiking, non-moto, moto, in the whole state. And you can like filter it by moto, non-moto. It's really cool, and it's super easy. It's not the most detailed map, behind the trails, but it's pretty freaking good. But the trails are great, and they're all on there. So that's a good one to get. And then I don't know if it has them rated by any way. Like, I'm not sure. But then Onyx Off-Road, which we're sponsored by, I'm a huge fan. The thing about Onyx that I like, the thing about Onyx is, first of all, it covers the whole country. Cotrex is just Colorado. So as you get into Utah, there's nothing there. So I really like the fact that Onyx covers the whole country. It does not have as many trails as Cotrex. It's not quite as populated, but it does have ratings on the trails, which is nice. So if having both is kind of a bonus, because you can kind of like look at Onyx, and Onyx has a much better map background to look at. So you can like get on there, look at Onyx, go, okay, get a better lay of the land, like how steep things are and all that good stuff, whatever. And it's got ratings for some trails. But then Cotrex will show you trails that maybe not even on there. So that's one way. The other way is, Gigliotti. Let's talk about that. The other way is to just get on Facebook, right, and reach out to people. And if you're coming to Western Colorado, you call me. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a great answer to that question, but yeah. So, the other thing is, honestly, I forget to mention this before. Go into, if there is, go into the local shop. Say hi, maybe buy something, some oil, air filter oil, chain lube, I don't know. Show a little bit of support and ask them. And then I bet they'll, like, if you're coming to me, I'm going to help you out, right? And we're going to get you all dialed in. I think most shops would be the same way. Let's see. By the way, Kenneth Keller, congratulations on your marriage. That's awesome. Bought a V-Strom and headed to Atlanta this morning for a camping trip. Atlanta, Idaho, not Atlanta, Georgia, I'm sure. And Dad, no, I'm just attending in Indiana. Motocross the Nations is not for me. This is the big boys. After doing the big bore kit, how would you say it compared to a WR450? I'm a 300-pound rider and debating between the 250 or 450. I want to ride with my young kids. Nick, at 300 pounds, I would just get the 450. The 250 with the big bore is really good. It's really good. A lot more low end. Great bike, runs good. I like it a lot. Definitely better than the 250. For a guy like me, I'm 185 pounds. Probably a little bit big for 250F generally. So it works good. But I would get the 450, and it won't be too much, Nick, because you can, with the Yamaha tuning app, you can like tune that thing down to whatever you want, which is awesome. Here we go. Yeah. Let's see. Bucky Sauce, I like Onyx too. So here we go. Let's just talk about it. So first of all, I hope my answer, my answer answered your question about how to find places to ride. Like I think probably like the local knowledge is obviously the best. So, and maybe I don't know. Reaching out on Facebook is probably a double-edged sword, right? Because too many people online are too. I don't even know how to describe it. They're just ridiculous, right? And like there's this whole gatekeeper thing and all this stuff, and they don't want to, and I get it. They don't want to blow it up on the internet where everybody can see it, and so whatever, right? Okay, fine. But so maybe reaching out on Facebook and the forums and stuff like that is probably actually not the best. I mean, sometimes it'll be good, maybe, but a lot of times you're probably going to get some like bristling backup from people. So maybe don't do that. Or you can do it, just see what you get. But I think finding the local place is the key. Like finding a local riding group. Maybe you can find that on Facebook, right? Like, or a local riding club, and maybe you could offer to, I don't know, buy them lunch or something. Just do some sort of like gesture, like, hey, to show that you're wanting to support them. I don't know, maybe buy them some chainsaw gas if they do a lot of trail cutting, things like that. But yeah, getting to meet someone would be good. Steve Gigliotti asks, and this is my favorite thing right now to talk about. Here we go. What do you think about Hayden Deegan? I think Hayden Deegan is a whiny, little entitled bitch. Excuse my language. I think he is not good. Well, I don't know. He makes our sport look bad outside the sport, which is not good. I hate that. He's good for the sport, inside the sport, with the young kids and stuff like that, because people love to watch and see what's going to happen. So, like, for sensationalism, he's good for the sport and good for views and good for all that, which I don't like. I'm not saying that as a positive thing, but like it's real, right? Like I mean, SMX, I guarantee you there are people definitely tuning in to see what he was going to do to Joe, and they got the full show. And I am so happy about what happened to him. I hate to see anyone get hurt, although a broken collarbone is like no big deal. So I'm down for him getting hurt like that, because it's not going to affect his career or anything like that. I don't want to see the kid get paralyzed. Although, like, that's in my mind. I'm like, man, as a human, I know as a Christian, as a person who's supposed to love everybody, it drives me. It's like it's an internal struggle with how much I want to see that kid get hurt. But it was poetic justice to watch him do his stupid little thing and crash. And it's funny because I have all these guys online yelling at me because I'm too old. You're 50-year-old. You don't even remember. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, yeah, I made a ton of mistakes, and he made a huge mistake. The thing is, he has made a career of being a jerk, right? Like, he's just a jerk. That's all there is to it. No one out there likes him. That's why Levi Kitchen took him out. That's why anyone who would have the chance would take him out. Because no one, I mean, I shouldn't say no one, but not many people like that guy, right? Like, the difference is if Joe were in that situation, like if it had been Kitchen and Joe in that situation, Joe's way ahead, whatever, Kitchen's going to try to do the thing, I guarantee you Levi wouldn't have taken Joe out, because Joe's a respectful man. He's a good rider. He's a respectful person. He rides with respect. He rides clean. He rides hard, but he's just, so that, like, that wouldn't have happened. So the reason, like, Hayden set himself up for that failure. Because everybody's like, well, he had it too on a silver platter because of the Kitchen. I'm like, well, yeah, because he's a jerk. If he weren't a jerk, there's no way Levi would have done what he did in race 2. Yeah, here you go, Random Ranch, jerk dad, jerk son, 100%. Like, the apple does not fall far from the tree with Hayden Deegan. And a lot, like I said, a lot of guys online are saying, well, Morgan, you're just old and you don't know what you're talking about. You don't remember, like, racing rough and aggressive. I'm like, no. Here's the thing. I am 100% for people racing hard and racing rough and racing aggressive to win a race, right? To actually get to the finish line first. I'm all for that. I love Justin Barcia. I don't like Vince Freeze because he sucks. He takes people out because he sucks. That's not cool. Like if you're just slow and you can't keep up, but you take people out to like that's no good. I think that's ridiculous. But if you're fast, you're riding for a win, like you're trying to push hard for a win, and you're like gonna push a guy wide. Okay, and like I mean the Deegan Davies thing, I also think that was a jerk move, but it was a little more understandable because at least he was trying to go to the front to get across the finish line first, right? I mean, I still think he should have done it clean, and he could have, and all that stuff, and it was your freaking teammate, and don't be a jerk. But to do what Deegan did, to slow down, I mean, he's clearly the fastest guy out there, right? To slow down and do all that, that's the most. It looked like a little 3-year-old throwing a tantrum because he wasn't going to win his $1 million. And it was so brilliant that Joe just like shrugged the whole thing off. And when Deegan broke his collarbone, he just like picks his bike up and rides away. I was like, yes. And then on top of it, Joe goes and wins the moto. He didn't even need to win the moto. Didn't need to win the moto. But he goes and passes Tom Vial for the win, which was so rad. I just love it. Justin Callahan, just because he sucks. Dude, Vince Freeze does suck. Let's be honest. Like, he's obviously a better rider than I'll ever be, or probably any of us on the line here, but he still sucks. Justin Callahan, what would you say the weight? Sorry about this. Sucks. Poor Vince. He's going to go suck in WSX on a Stark. It's going to be interesting. What would you say the weight threshold would be between a 250 and 450, say an A-ish 230-pound rider? That's a good question, man. I don't know. Like, I guess it depends on what your riding style is, Justin, and what you're looking for, right? Like, so if you're 230 pounds, I mean, I think you need to be on a 450. I really think that's 450 territory, and then maybe you tune it down with the app, like you back off some things in the app and get the thing running more like a 400 or a 350. Personally, just because you didn't have the torque, unless you just like to ride a bike wide open, and then the 250 would probably be the ticket. Like I know some pretty big dudes who've won some pretty big races on 125s, but I don't think any of them were over 200 pounds. Maybe right at like Caleb Russell. He won a GNCC, I think. He won the championship. He had the championship wrapped up and had one more race left. And he had, I guess he didn't even have to race, but obviously he's under contract with KTM, I think, at the time. So they gave him a 125 and he went out and he won the freaking race on a 125, which is awesome. A rider on a 4-stroke 250 plan on doing a lot of pistons. Jason P. Fair enough. Yeah, probably. Again, depends on how you ride it. If you're an A rider, it depends on your riding too, like what you're doing, right? Like where you are in the country, what kind of riding you do. Because like a tight enduro, you're probably not going to be beating on it too hard, but I don't know. Desert stuff, you're definitely going to be beating on it, putting pistons in it. Look, there my mom says, remember, thumbs up. Listen to my mom. And then, random rants. Biggest thing is get the bike sprung for your weight for sure. Because I don't know, it's tough. I feel like I'm kind of on the big side of a 250F/125 at 185 pounds. Like I feel like I'm kind of like right on the edge of being the right size. I know, Jacob, I gotta get that BMW. I've been so bad, like I've been so busy with so many things. I'm good. The BMW's coming. By the way, Sarah Dell, yes, Deegan is an immature child. I just need to say that online. I like to say that out loud. It makes me feel good. And then my dad brings up, I just gotta say this, my favorite thing when Joe said Deegan was talking smack to him on the start line, and he just looked at him and goes, I don't speak English. Oh, Joe. Love it. In fact, I'm going to be rooting for Japan at Motocross to Nations now. Well, Deegan's not going to be there. I don't think. I think he's been booted. We've got Justin Cooper and RJ Hampshire coming in to do their thing. So, but yeah, like I'm kind of half rooting for Japan because Joe's gonna be there. It's actually gonna be fun to watch because Joe's racing a 450 for Donations, which is cool. And Random Rants, Shane Watts won everything on 125 and 200. Yes, but again, Random Rants, he's a small dude. Shane's not a big guy. So like I said, everybody's chiming in on the Joe. I don't speak English, dude. Seriously, that and you like okay. Let's just real quick. How mad did that make Hayden Deegan that his little Mr. Tough Guy line didn't ruffle Joe's feathers at all, and Joe just like shrugged it. Like that's got to drive that guy freaking crazy, and I love it so much. Dave Brayman says buy a YZ450. You can tune it down if you'd like. So yeah, because Dave's a big guy. Dave has a 450 YZ, and that's exactly what he did. Back that thing down. So I would say if you're 200 pounds or over, I would say 450 is a better choice if you're going Yamaha. I really do like the 350 KTM line. It's a good line, but I'm all Yamaha now, man. And I'm not like anti KTM, but I freaking love that Yamaha. Yeah, and Jay Wild, yes, instant karma with Deegan. It was brilliant. Like, I don't know. Like, lots of things have happened in this sport that are amazing, but I just love that. Depending on elevation, 450s a bit, but a 250 in the mountains isn't great. Counterchecks. Yeah, so that's the four. I think you must be text, like, talk to text there, Nathan. But yeah, like if you're up high, like if you're down low elevation and you're 200 pounds of 250 would be fine, like because they make a ton of freaking horsepower down low. But like up here, that's why I did the big bore kit, is because we ride up to 10, 12,000 feet, and that thing just isn't like it. I mean, it'll still do it. And my buddy, he's 200 pounds. He rode the Death March on his 250 FX stock. And it was not as good as mine, like as far as like I had the 304 already in mine, and he definitely struggled a bit on some climbs, but like he made it no problem. So he's a damn good rider too. But yeah, the way up high, there's no replacement for displacement. Here we go, Stephen Davis. I'm from Poland. Love the content. Thank you very much. I have a FC 450 Magura 19 millimeter clutch master cylinder. It's really hard pull. I'm guessing you mean 10 millimeter. So can I change it for a Brembo 9mm? Yes. Yes, it will disengage the clutch enough, Steven. I think that's the way to go. You'll need to adjust it pretty far out to make sure it works, but yeah, I think so. Jason P. I raced a YZ250F with an Athena 290 big bore to keep up with the KTM 350 XC in the woods. I did at least one piston a season. Yeah, which is fine. I mean, a piston a season, come on. Like, that's just maintenance, guys. And people go seasons, hundreds and hundreds of hours on four strokes without doing a top end. I don't think that's a good idea. Just saying. So, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but like to me, a piston a season is just maintenance. Ozzy. Oi, oi, oi. Random rants. I did the 9mm on my 450. It's amazing. Big improvement. There we go. Harley Fulkerson recently rode a 25 350 XCF and a 25 KX 450X back-to-back. Honestly, pretty similar power. The KX felt like a novice vet rider bike. Yeah, because, it's probably KX is a little more torque. You can kind of just, like, ride it a little easier to ride. You can go slower and all that stuff. Going to get an adventure bike, Yamaha T7 or KTM 890, 929 Smith. So my initial... if those are your only two choices, T7, and that's because the 890 is going to handle better out of the box. This is way better suspension and all that. I don't like the tank down low on the 890, and you can't fix that. You can't change that. I also don't like the um, like all the bells and whistles on the 890. I think it's too much electronics on those things. That's again, it's just my opinion, but like I think there's way too much going on. The T7 is in every way a very, very, very good bike, except the suspension. If you're gonna ride it hard at all, the suspension pretty much sucks. So you need to do something. Now you can buy a shock. I forget. I don't know all that much about it. Honestly, we haven't done a ton of those builds here. We have valving for them with TBT, but um, I wouldn't waste the money. Let's be honest, because the components are just lacking on the T7, like the small forks and the 43 millimeter. Anyway, there's a lot going on. It's just like you need better parts to make it really good. So it's like you might as well just save your money and buy the really good parts instead of just spending a fair amount of money to make it just a marginally better. So you can buy a shock, you can buy forks and front end and all this stuff, and you can do it super cheap. Like, well, you can't do it super cheap. You can do it cheaper by buying things off of eBay, used stuff, and like making it work, or you can go, freaking crazy, like nuts. But because I know like Bo from Ready to Ride Rentals, he has he's got like $9,000 in the suspension on his T7. Oh, here we go. 58 James says the 25 T7 suspension has been improved. That's good. The that's actually really good to hear. Hopefully it's been improved a lot because it would need to be. Oh, it's more comparable to the World Raid version. Right on. Sweet. So that's the thing, guys. I don't know why Yamaha doesn't bring the World Raid version into the United States because it's a much better bike, suspension wise. But I don't know, whatever. But yeah, Roger, buy once, cry once. Agree, 100%. So yeah, my official would be T7 over 890 because I think the motor's incredible on them, and you're not going to pay that huge premium. And honestly, the difference in money, you can get some really good suspension on the thing, and then you have a better bike. And then Moto Creek says, do not rule out the DR650. I agree on that. Like, if you wanted super budget and you don't want a bunch of bells and whistles, the DR650 or XR650L, both brilliant motorcycles. Here, Random Rants has a very good point. Kane is the best ADV ever made. So Kane is a 950, I believe, which is, maybe it's a 990, I can't remember. That's his bike. And the 950, 990, same bike, one's fuel injected, one's not, whatever. I would agree that that's the best ADV bike ever built, especially out of the box. Dude, I had a 990. It was unreal how good that bike was. Unreal. Jay Wild, so is number 10 bike running an E-Start? No, he is not. We have taken the Fishmoto E-Start off of the number 10 for my kid Ewan. He didn't want it on there anymore. He didn't like the weight of it. He didn't like the fact that it bumped his foot. It worked perfectly. It never, ever had a problem. We never had a problem with that bike with the E-Start. It worked every time. It never did the Woodruff key shear because we torqued it correctly and installed it correctly. Actually, I torqued it way more than what they said to torque it, and that solved that problem. That was never a problem. But Ewan just didn't like it. So he wanted the bike simple and clean and light and all that. So we took it off. But it is going on another. I'm not selling it and trying to get money since I got the thing for free. I gave it to a friend of ours who's putting it on his YZ, and yeah, it's gonna be good. Roger, what's up with the BMW? What is up with the BMW is Morgan gets distracted and gets busy with things. I haven't done anything. It's just sitting in my garage. Have you seen him go for a swim with the crocodiles yet? I don't know who you're talking about. Oh, Kane? No, I have not seen your bike go swim with the crocodiles yet. Let's see. So it's almost 8 o'clock, guys. I do have to shut this thing down. I got to go get the oil changed in my van this morning. So, yeah. So maybe one more question other than the BMW one. I'm lazy. Although I think we could argue that that's not the case, but I have different priorities right now. Let's see. Yeah, anyway, shoot one more question up here, guys. We'll answer it, talk about it for just a couple minutes, and then we'll shut her down at 8 o'clock so I can go get some things done, get some coffee, more coffee in me. By the way, coffee's so good this morning. My mom! I love you, Mom. Mwah. Yeah, I love my mom. I love my dad. I love my family. I got a great family. Both my kids and family here, and my parents, my in-laws. Yeah, shout out to awesome families. They're the best. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything up here. Oh, here. Mike reminds. Thoughts on the new Beta 350 RX, using it in the woods with an 18-inch on the back. Mike reminds. I think it would be good. I think the 350 RX with an 18 and a big tank would be awesome. I don't know why they didn't do that from the get-go. But I haven't ridden one. I think that thing's gonna vibrate like crazy. Let's hear Joe, 325. Favorite YouTube channels. What do I watch? Let's see. I still like Dude Perfect a lot. I mean, a lot. I really like. Actually, there's a new one with Billy Bolt and Dean Wilson. They're going to be like a podcast. That's pretty good. Let's see. I kind of bounce, honestly, on YouTube. I bounce all over the place. I actually watch Kentucky Ballistics still a lot. I like him. How Ridiculous. Yeah. I don't know. I don't do a lot of moto YouTube, just so you know. If I could put any engine in any frame, what would it be? I think it would be a new model KTM 2-stroke 300 TBI into the current Yamaha 4-stroke chassis. I don't know how that would work, but it would, dude. Gigliotti, Costa Rica coffee. I've had Costa Rica coffee and I like it a lot. All right. U.S. Hard Enduro, they do the best job of. I do like their YouTube channel too. I'm gonna make a list of my favorite YouTube channels because I'm drawing a blank right now. But I actually, you know what, two that I really like, real fast before I shut down, Billy Bolt's channel and Johnny Walker's channel. I really like those channels. They're really good. Okay, Jason P, they got a 350 Woods bike. I'm sure they have a 350 Woods bike. I'm just worried about how much it's going to vibrate, dude, because their 300 counterbalance vibrates like crazy anyway. So, all right, guys, I'm going to leave you with a Bible verse, my verse of the day, John 14:6. Jesus told him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me. That's a controversial one, but it's the absolute truth. So, find Jesus. Meet me in heaven. I would love it. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for watching these channels. Massive shout out to the members of the channel. Massive shout out to the patrons of the channel. You guys are making a difference in my life. I very, very, very much appreciate it. I would love to grow that community. I'd love some information and ideas on how to make it even more awesome for you guys, to make it more worth the financial commitment that you've made. So anyway, I love you to death. And as always, I guess I hope that what we're doing here at Highland Cycles is inspiring you guys to work on, but more importantly, get out and ride your dirt bikes.